Start with a little bit of a warm-up, nothing too crazy, and then we're going to go through Oilers or Master Gracie's curriculum. So I kind of thought it was perfect because we're going to go actually through Grandmaster Elio Gracie's book. And I'll show you the pictures as we go because I can hold them up the camera, we can figure it. But I thought we'd go right the way through from beginning to end. So when I got my professors, this is what I did. From beginning to end, this whole book. That's how I got my professors. They don't necessarily come because you do a certain amount of time. It's because you know a certain amount of curriculum. So I'm going to just go through it. And as far as we get with it, great. And we'll look at some ground positions too. But I definitely want to get that aspect in. And that way, it takes everybody at the same level. We could have people with experience, without experience, a third class, maybe a couple of kids in class. And, you know, with the help of an adult, they can kind of figure this out and go through it. And also, some of you, your partners, you're going to have to teach them how to be a partner. What's even more important is you're going to have to remember how to be a partner for them. Don't overteach. Don't be stiff. Don't take it from them. You know the rules. They're probably going to try and do all that to you. It's okay. Just talk to them and train at their level. Just because you want to train a certain way doesn't mean it's the right way for them to train. So they're doing you a favor by being your partner. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to grab Owen because he's my partner. All right, so we'll all stand up. Maybe grab our partner. If we can. I'm going to put my hands on Owen's shoulders. He can put his hands up, and I'm just going to put my hands inside.
Hey Paul, sorry, but you're on mute and we can't hear you.
Chat there.
There we go.
Got it? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys understand what we're doing? We'll come forward a little bit. I think we can come closer. Okay, I see the feet. So back leg, my right leg, steps all the way across. Step in behind and keep ourselves facing this way. Don't over rotate. Don't turn. For the whole minute. 1. I don't care how fast you go. 2. 3. Like that. Okay? Put your hands on the shoulders and we're going to press a timer and you guys can start. One person does 1 minute, please. Okay. There we go. Madeline's got a grip. Nice, Mark. That's it. That's it. 30 more seconds. Speed it up a little bit. That's it, Dave. Dave's got it set up. He knows his drill. He's got his belt on his wall. That's an excellent way of doing this as well. Using the belt as hands. There we go. Try and get the hip in. 5 more seconds. Once you hear the buzzer, the other person can go. Other person, please. Other person, put your hands on the shoulders. Put your hands on your partner's shoulders. Take your back leg and step across. And now put the other one behind and step back out again. And step back out. That's it. There we go. And we'll do it again. There we go. Partners can show. Nice. That's it, Mike. Good, Dave. Don't rotate, Dave. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Step in and put the hip in. There we go. That's it, Don. Step in, hip in. 10 more seconds. There we go. Nice, Gavin. Okay, when you hear the timer, other person, other leg, please. Other person, other leg. You're on. Step across, step behind. Yeah, this one's weird, isn't it? Step across, step behind.
First.
So you're working both legs. Step across, step behind. Step across, step behind. Don't step sideways. Step your foot pointing at you. Yeah, so when I step in. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. Switch, other person, please, other leg. There we go. So this is going to be our harder side probably, because you probably started with your more natural side. Don't go behind his head necessarily, Mai. Stay on his shoulder. Stay on his shoulder, Mai. Turn your shoulders. Don't hold him behind the head. Just put your hands on his shoulders. There we go, Mai. Step in. Rotate. Don't go behind his head. Just keep it there. It just means your shoulders aren't turning. There we go. Don't take the hand off the shoulder. There we go. Get your hips right in there. That's it, Sophie. There we go. Good, Dave. That's it, Lori. Nice. Annie, I presume that's you. There we go. Good, Gavin. Almost there. 5, 4, 3. Time. Okay. Has everybody got something fairly comfortable on the floor? Are you guys good to go down to the floor? Everybody's good that way? Okay. Sounds good. Madeline, you guys good? You good to go on the floor? Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Okay. So one person is going to go on their back using their guard. And the other person, they're just going to go in the closed guard. And if you notice, Owen's knees are open and he's not pushing on me. He's just sitting comfortably in the position. Okay? I'm going to hold on to his arms. I can hold on to his sleeves or I can hold his triceps. And he's going to stand up 5 times. 1. I keep my guard closed. And then he goes down. 2. 5 times he's going to go. 3. And I let him. I don't stop him. 4. In fact, I help. I lift because I want to trap him. 5. When he stands up, he pauses. I put one foot on his hip, the other foot on his hip. And then I put my back on the ground. And then I pick him up. He's going to cross his ankles. And I'm going to balance him. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put him back down. Close my legs. And he does 5 more. Every 5 step-ups he does, I catch him and I hold him and I do 5 leg presses. Is everyone good? All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. For 1 minute. So hold your leg. We're going to stand up and guard first. So cross your ankles. There we go. Cross the ankles first. 5 times we have to stand up. There we go. Up 5 times. Oh, yeah. There we go. On the 5th one, you guys, you can put your feet on their hips, pull them forward and pick them up and do 5 leg presses. If you can't do 5 leg presses, if you can't do 5, just hold them up there. And if you can't hold them up there, just push on their hips. Annie, hold his sleeves. Hold his sleeves, Annie. Hold his sleeves somehow. Yeah. GV, hold her sleeves. Keep going. 30 more seconds. Same people. 30 more seconds. That's it, Gavin. He's going to pick you up soon, I think. There we go. Hold his sleeves. Make sure you have the grip. There we go. Almost there. 20 more seconds. There we go. 5 more seconds. Good. Okay, let's go back. Same position, same person. Same person. So same person on their back. Right here. Owen's going to put his hands on the ground. And I'm going to block his wrist. Uncross my legs, sit up, and put my chest to his arm. This arm, it wants to go over. And I want to be aware that I don't want to hit Owen in the face. And Owen wants to be aware too, so he might tuck his chin this way. But I block, and I go 1. And then I go on the ground, and I do the other side, 2. And on the ground, and I do this side, 3, 4, 5. Try not to pull on the arm. Sit up to the arm, okay? Let's go, 3, 2, 1. It'll be a minute and 15 seconds or so. There we go. Lock the wrist. Sit up, and partners, make sure that you're not getting pulled on. Tell your partner if they're pulling on you to sit themselves up. There we go. That's it. Keep going. Oh, the dummy comes in. Bob comes in. Nice. That's it. Absolutely. You can hit him with your elbow. Almost there. 26 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Good. Nice. Okay. One last drill, and then we're going to switch up partners, okay? One last drill. So I'm going to start here with Owen, and it's back to my guard again, and this is the armbar drill. So the kick out drill. So if you guys know how to do it, we're only going to do it for a minute. And if you don't know how to do it, just try. It's one of those drills that takes a little bit to get, but once you do, it makes a big difference in your game. So Owen's going to be here, and his hands are here. And I want to be able to get my leg over his head. So the first thing I'm going to do is maybe start sitting up. So I'm going to start sitting up. I'm going to fall to my side and bring my leg over. And then this leg comes to me, and I kick it, and I sit up. And then I fall the other side. And then I sit up. And Owen's just going to stay with me. But he's not going to pull on me or push on me. He just knows what I'm going to do. He's not going to let himself get kicked in the face with my leg. That's it. And for 1 minute, from side to side, away you go. Make sure this leg, one last thing. This leg has to go up for that to happen. You guys see that? If this leg stays down here, this won't come over. All right, let's go. You're on. Thank you, Owen. There we go. Nice. That's it. Beautiful. Don't forget to sit up. It's easy just to spin your head from side to side, but try to get that sit up happening. Sit up to rocking chair. It's actually a rocking chair, right? Don't fall away from the person. Fall beside them. Fall on your shoulder, not your back. So make sure your shoulder's falling on the ground and that you're not falling back from them. I don't want to fall down. I want to fall beside them. Fall. So if you lift that leg, there we go. Right leg over top of your mom's face. Yes. And sit up. Nice. Really nice. Get the triangle, Dave. Don't fall back, Dave. Just fall to the side. 30 more seconds. Thirty more seconds. You're almost there. And then we will consider you warm. Lift the bottom leg up. Don't forget to lift that bottom leg when you fall to the side. 10 more seconds. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, nice. So we're going to switch up partners now. Well, what happens if my partner can't do the drills? Each drill is basically a minute long, so try to help them do the drills that they could possibly do, which includes picking most of you up if you're working with someone smaller than you. If you make yourself light enough and put your hands on the ground, I get picked up by kids all the time. So you guys shouldn't have much of an issue. So the very first drill that we're going to do, if you remember, is Owen is going to start on his knees. We just go this way. I'm going to close my guard. I'm going to hold his wrist, his sleeve, or I prefer back behind his elbow on his tricep, either actually on the arm or holding the gi because he's wearing it. And he's going to stand up 5 times. 1, and I go with him. 2, right, and I go with him. I let him go. 3, 4, and on his 5th one, he stays. 5. I want to think about this. I want to hook. I put one foot, then the other foot, and then put my back on the ground. Owen's head is over top of mine, so when I lift him, he'll go straight up. He crosses his ankles. I grip him with my toes, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5. Stay at 5. And then I put him down, and he goes to his knees, and I put him on my guard, and he stands up 5 more times. All right, let's go. You're on. Thank you. There we go. That's it. You help, Dave. That's it. Nice. There we go. Go up with them. Let them go up. When they stand, I want the knot of my guard to go up their back a little bit, Mark. So if you lift your legs up a little bit, she'll stand up easier, and you'll keep her posture broken with your legs a lot easier. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Almost there. There we go. Hold the sleeves, Madeline. Just hold on to her. Yeah. That's it, Sophie. You can do it. Up you get. There we go. Good. Pick them up, Mai. Either hold them for 5 seconds or do 5 leg presses or try to pick them up for 5 seconds. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does if you can pick them up. Make sure you pick them up. There we go. Bring her head over yours a little bit more, Madeline. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's everybody go back down to the guard position, please, and we work the next exercise. So Owen has his hands on the ground, and he's sitting back. He's sitting back. Here, hands nice and wide. I take one hand and I block his wrist, and I open my legs, and I move my shoulders. And I move my hips, and I sit up on a diagonal, and I go all the way across, and I touch. And then I go back down, and I do the other side. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're on. Let's go. Just sit up. Squeeze your knees. Squeeze your knees. Squeeze your knees together and plant your feet. Squeeze your knees and plant your feet. Yeah, there we go. Put your feet on the floor and squeeze and sit up on a diagonal. There we go. Don't put our hands, keep going, please. Don't put our hands over our head. When you come back from the position, your hands are in front of you. They're not going over my head. I'm not doing an ab workout. We go from the position back down to our guard with inside hand control to the position again. "30 more seconds. You're almost there." That's it, my good. That's it, Lori. Let's see, Dave. Good kick. That's it. Nice. Maybe. Yeah. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, Time. Okay, so the very last drill, the arm bar drill. So start sitting up. So Owen's hands are connected to me, and once again, I'm holding. He doesn't have to hold me, he can just have them on me, but I'm holding his arms. And some of you, you're falling back this way, like this, and it feels like you're going on your side, but I don't know if you can really see, but I'm gonna turn this way, if you don't mind. Let's go line up this way. So I can't see you guys now, but like I said, some of you, you're falling back this way. And see how it pulls Owen on top of me? It's hard to get my hips out. My goal is to fall beside him this way. And when I do, this leg goes up his armpit. And then I sit up. And then I fall beside him this way. And that leg goes up and I bite. And I sit up. And then I fall beside him. All right, let's give it a try. There we go. So if you've got somebody who's brand new at this, make sure your hands are on the collar maybe so they're in front so they're easier to take the arm bar. That's it, Mark. So maybe, yeah, that's it. And grab right on the triceps. There you go. Give it a try. She's going to grab you, Mark. She's going to grab your triceps. There we go. Don't fall back, fall to your shoulder. Yeah, there we go. Lift that leg up. Yeah, yeah, the omoplata comes well that way too. That's it, Lori. Keep going. Like I said, work it out. If you don't know the drill, it's okay. It's going to be hard to learn it in a minute and a half. Right? But you try. You try. And those that know, you get to do. There we go. Let her do anything she wants, Dave. Anything she knows would be fine. Anything, yeah. Keep going, please. Time. Okay. Nicely done. Everybody good? Okay. So let's start some technique. Has anybody got any questions or anything that they've been thinking about? I mean, we can do that in kind of like during these classes. If you want to send me an email or a text or something like that saying, hey, I've been looking at this, I've been looking at that, I'm open for all sorts of curriculum. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of interesting way to run things. I'm always going to have a certain point of view, and we're always going to have to make sure that there's enough room for everybody in class. But if somebody has something specific, you know, let me know. If you've got some question, don't forget you can physically put your hand up. Barb's watching the monitor, so she's seeing what's going on. So she can contact and say, hey, Paul, or she can unmute you, or I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we'd have to unmute you. And then you guys can ask if you've got questions. But like I said, my idea is we'll start at the beginning of the book. And the beginning of the book is the basic hip throw that we use for self-defense, not for judo or competition. Though it works the same, it's just the setup that we use. So the very first thing that Grandmaster Elio Gracie decided was important enough for it to be the very first thing every student learns is how to enter on the seatbelt position. So I'm going to hold Owen with one grip and one grip. And I'm going to step my right leg all the way across, and this hand is going to go behind his back, and I'm going to go over top of his arm and put my hip in. Right? So we're here, and I go 1, 2. Once my hip's in, guess what I do? Just like in the warm-up. 3. And then I turn. And then I go back out. So I go 1, 2, 3. And I go back out. And I try to do it in 3 moves. Right? Try to. If it takes 4 moves, it's okay, but just do it at the same 4 moves, and then eventually try to get it to 3, and eventually try to get it to 2, and then eventually, of course, when you're going faster, you're doing it in 1. So one person for 1 minute. So when I go across, my hand wants to go under, and now I want to reach forward and hold the arm. I'm going to step my leg behind and then over. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, one person the whole time. Let's go, please. There we go. forget about the hip penetration if you want to be technical. 2 should be your hip going in. There we go. Bend your knees and around. Your feet need to be lower than theirs. Lower. Your hips need to be lower than theirs, and your feet need to be narrower. So have your partner stand with a little bit of a wide stance. There we go. That's it, Mark. Put that left leg in. So the left leg, your front leg has to go in, like in the drill. It's got to step in. Yeah, that's it. You got it. 1, 2. It's got to step in. Otherwise, you're pulling them forward. We're trying to lift them. Cross step, step behind, pick them up. Cross step, step behind, pick them up. That's it. Cross step, step behind, pick them up. Don't forget to step behind, Mark. Not Mark. Mark McGregor. Step behind with that foot. Right. There we go. Good, Gavin. Step behind. Nice. That's it. 15 more seconds, and we're going to have the other person go. Around the head, or sorry, around under the arm. Okay, let's switch it up, please. Let's have the other person give it a try. So one arm goes under, and we trap the other arm underneath our arm. That's it, Lori. So step across, step behind, step across, step behind. So we want to be in front of them. You got it. Keep going. That's it. Step across, step behind, hips in, rotate and turn. And when you rotate and turn, you really want both your feet being very close to each other and up on the balls of your feet and bending your knees. So you sit underneath them. So the reason we step back with the leg is to get closer to the person. There we go. Lance has brought the big guns out now. Nice. Keep going. That was only a minute. My timer's all messed up. It's okay. Trust me. There we go. That's it. Bend your knees, Sophie. Bend your knees. There we go. That's it. You guys are getting good. 30 more seconds. That's it. There we go. Time. Okay, so we're going to do one more round of this, just going back and forth with each other. So it's going to be 1 for 1, and then we'll go on to the next technique. So I'm going to start on Owen's wrist, and I'm going to go 1. He's going to start on my wrist. He's going to step across, step underneath, rotate, turn his hip, pick me up. We go right back to the wrists. Right, and as he goes away, I'm catching his wrist. See that? It just slides right to my hand, and he gives me, see this? He just gives me the next move. There's a flow to this. Bang, back out, he catches and he goes. Bang. So if we're paying attention to each other, I'm almost getting him as he's stepping back, he's getting me. Bang. And that could be a little bit of timing on our part. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. That's it. There we go. Keep going. Don't forget to pick him up, Katie. Pick him up too. I want to see you pick him up. Throw him. Throw him, Katie. That's it. Ah, so close. Nice. Down to the ground. There we go. Get your hips in front, step back out, and then your partner does theirs. Try to catch the flow. One more minute, please. One more minute. Bang. Here we go. Let the arms slide all the way down to the wrist as you come out and catch them there, and away you go. Right. Hit the underhook under their shoulder if you can as you step in. The more advanced you get, the more that's going to be important. All right, time. Nice, very good. Very good. Okay, so there's a method, right? So the next, I guess, self-defense in the book would be a two-handed grab against my throat. And it doesn't have anything to do with the move that you just learned, but the second part does. So the very first thing, and we always have to break things down into what is actually happening. So Owen's going to put his hands, two hands on my neck, like this, and we're going to go from there. So the very first thing is he grabs. Where are my hands? So when you're practicing, I see people practice like this, and then they start to do this. But really, I should see it coming. My hands are here, and he grabs. And then I'm going to step back with my strong leg. And when I step back, I'm going to make a frame. So if I'm here, a nice way to practice is one. You see how I step back and made the frame at the same time? So if we were to turn this way, I'll show you the next move. Sorry about my back. So I step back, and I make one, and then I go step. And that gives me the ability to take my head out and go there. So go this way. When Owen goes here, and I go step, I want to step this way, this side, not this side. I want my head to go where there's space. Here. And there's no space where that leg is. So my head has to go this way. And the other thing that people do is sometimes they step so far back and they just take their head out this way. But if I'm like this and no one keeps pushing on me, he's going to keep going. The idea is that my head comes forward so that he can't hold. His thumbs physically get bent back by my neck, as opposed to me just taking my head like this. It's not going to work the same. So, one, if I need to take a little step, I do. If I don't, two, circle your head and step back and put your hands up. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back and forth with this, just back and forth. One for one. Where are our hands? Our hands are inside. There we go. Tuck your head forward, step back, circle the head, circle it out, and step offline. You got it. Offline means I'm not directly in front of them. I'm not going to stay right in front where they can punch or kick or grab me again. Come forward. Make their fingers bend back toward them. Tuck your chin. Make their fingers bend so they can't hold the grip. Yeah, but don't hold the grip then. Let go. If it hurts, let go. It should hurt your thumbs a little bit when they do it right. Remember, it's the weakest part of the grip. Tuck the chin. Circle the head, Gavin. You got it. Yeah, nice. Block that. Nice. Lance is throwing knees in there. Nice. I like it. Yeah, that's what the frame is for, right? There we go. Good, GV. That's it. Circle the head, get it out. Let's see where's my. Nice. Circle the head, get it out. There we go. Tuck the chin. Always, always tuck the chin. As soon as you notice somebody looking at your neck, tuck your chin. If Owen walks up behind me, I tuck my chin. If he looks at my neck, I tuck my chin. Always have your chin tucked. There we go. And of course, we would escape and leave the situation. We'll put our lead hand up and step back and slide and step back and slide and keep the distance. If it was a true self-defense situation, you'd want to be bringing attention. You'd want to be calling out and shouting, saying, hey, stop, leave me alone. Bring attention. We want bystander intervention. We like people to see if we're getting beaten up. Okay, good. Let's relax. You guys are good. Easy, right? This one's pretty good. So the next one comes from the same position. But this time, when Owen's here with me, stay there for a second. Because I can bring my head forward, I can bend him. But if he's got my head backwards like this, I can't come forward. So my hands, they're not down here. They're already here anyway. But as I'm bending back, I hold one, I go through, and I step. And I put my hip in. And this hand, it goes through. So, excuse my back. When no one's here on my neck, I don't knock this arm out the way. This becomes a wedge. He's holding. He's holding. I put it, hold it a little more. I go up. It goes up. And I fit in there. And then I can drop the head and then step and rotate and bend my knees and pick him up. I want to hold him by the head, not by the back. Not by the back. If I hold him here, watch. If I hold him here, push forward with your hips on and posture. I can't pick him up. But if I hold him by the head, do the same. No problem, no problem. Back here, if he puts his hips in, he'll dump me. Okay? Everybody good? So the position. I step forward. I'm leaning back. I'm not going to step back. If he's pushing me and walking with me, I'm going to step back. But he's not pushing and walking with me. He's pushing, so I step forward. Drop the head. Look how close my hips are. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Back and forth, please. Nice. Drop the arms. If they're grabbing you, we're going to grab them too. Grab their wrist. There we go, Mark. Good. Step in. There we go. So we're not going backwards. Remember, we're not going backwards. We're leaning back a little, GV. So when Mike grabs you, Mike, grab GV, will you? Yeah. Just lean back a little, GV. Lean. Good. Now grab her arm with your left hand, right hand, and step. 1. Now step in. 2. Right. There we go. That's it. Lean back, Mike. Yeah. Lean back. Yeah. Step in now. 1, 2. Good. 3. Bend your knees. That's it. Keep going, please. Grab a hold. There we go. So toward the sky, Mark. That right arm, let it go toward the sky. Don't just force it over the arm. Let it go up, and then your back's involved, right? That's it. Sorry, if I'm not mentioning people's names, it's only because I can't see you because your cameras are off, and which is perfectly fine. That's 100% no problem. Nobody needs to turn their camera on at all. But obviously, I can't see you if the camera's not on. So I hope you're still there, and I hope you're following along. And if you have any questions, just let us know. Drop, Laurie. There we go. Almost there. Okay, good. You guys relax. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Everybody good? If you need to grab a drink, grab a drink. If not, then we keep going. We're at about 10 more minutes or so. So I'd like to kind of move down to the ground. It's Elio's technique from the ground. But if you look at his book, he's grouped the ground techniques different from, he groups his techniques based on the position, I suppose. So we're starting now with attacks from in front. And then you go on to attacks from behind, and eventually you work your way through. And then later on, your attacks from the ground kind of thing. So we'll look at a basic armbar from the ground. Like I said, we've got mixed class and things like that. So we'll start with a basic armbar. One of the most important things I ever asked Hoyler, I thought, was how do you teach an armbar? Like what is? I've been taught so many different ways to do an armbar from the guard. What way would you start? Where's the beginning position? So he showed me, and of course, then there's so many different variations. So it's totally up to you, but at least know the very fundamental way that the armbar works. So I'm going to borrow Owen here. We're going to back up. Perfect. Right here. So close guard. Close guard. And I'm going to trap the wrist first because we're here holding. He's holding me. His hands are here, but I hold his wrist. And then this hand is going to go under and grab his arm. But it's really important that I lift my hips. So a lot of times in jiu-jitsu, people's hips, they don't ever lift. So I want to close and squeeze a little bit. I want my hips to lift up high. So when I'm here holding, I lift my hips, which gives me a wedge. I grab a hold of him right where the elbow is, a little bit above the elbow. And then I drop my hips and I hold his arm. And now his arm's trapped. I don't need to take it all the way across my center line. I know there's arm bars here, no problem. But the reality is, if it goes this far, I'm probably going to his back. I'm not going to take the arm bar. He's got way too many options. Maybe I'll take the arm bar if he defends the back kind of thing. So, one, when I put this down, this hand can either sit up here or go to this side. It depends how fast the arm bar is. So let's turn this way. I wonder if we can please. So trap, lift the hips, circle underneath, drop the hips. And when I drop the hips, I sit up. I go here or I go here. The leg, if I hold his head, I'm going to take this leg and put it on his hip. And then this leg's going to lift up his back and I'm going to palm his face. And I'm holding his arm. And then I shave his face with this leg, and I go back to the very end of the lever. I don't cross my ankles. My knees are squeezing. My leg's on top of the back of his head, and I lift. Okay? So I know I showed you an option of the hand over here. Let's do this option first. Okay? So we're here. I hold. I lift, and I get his arm. And then when I drop my hips and I pull his arm, I want to sit up and hold his head. This foot goes on his hip because this is the arm I'm breaking. This leg lifts and I put it on his back. I palm his face. I shave his face and he needs to shave now. Oh my goodness, he keeps stealing my razor. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do 2 times and then switch, or 3 times and then switch, please. It was necessary. It was. Everybody needs a good smile. We can talk about Owen shaving. I know Lance has a nice method to shaving. He has all sorts of fancy blades. It's okay, Lance. You can do your technique. We're just talking about how you like to have a good shave, you and Chris. There we go. So think about the drills. I'm holding both wrists maybe. Yeah. 1. As you drop your hips, you're already grabbing the head. If your hips are down, drop the head. So there's chat going on, Barb. Is there anything? What's that? There we go. Keep going, please. Do a couple switch, a couple of switch. Don't let the other people in the house bug you. Get them in too. Come on in. There we go. Cross the ankles. Good. Control the wrists. Sit up, Mai. Sit up. There we go. Drop the arm. As you put your hips down, grab the head. Once again, it's like a rocking chair. When my hips go down, my shoulders come up, so that when my shoulders go back down, my hips come back up. And that's how we can get the arm bar to be so fast and so fluid. If I'm going to break the left arm, now if I'm going to break their right arm, my left leg goes on their hip. So whatever arm you're going to break, that foot goes on that hip. The according foot, the appropriate foot. There we go. That's it. If you haven't done them before, I know they're frustrating, they're hard, but that's okay. Work another 30 seconds, and then we're going to look at the other variation. And the other variation is a faster variation. It's a lot more dynamic. There we go. Nice. There we go. Drop the head. Beautiful, Mai. There we go. Very nice. Good. That's it, Gavin. Let's see you get him. Let's see you get him, Gavin. Show the arm bar. That's it. Nice. Good. Okay, everyone, just finish off your last one there, and let's look at that other variation. It's a very small variation, so I don't want to call it a variation, but it's a huge variation, to be honest with you. So, Owen, can I borrow you, please? So where's our bar? There it is. Okay. So, sorry about the position, but the difference is that after I trap Owen here, when I sit up, instead of going this side of his head, I'm going to go this side of his head. So everything else is the same. We're here. I go 1, 2. And look where I go across. I go across here. And now this foot is not going to go on his hip. As soon as I sit over here, we go here. And then I go back again. So this time, I go lift. I hold both wrists. I lift. I trap. And when I put my hips down, I punch this arm over here. But my shoulder, it's up. And then when I put my shoulder back down to the ground, I hold his head and I pull it in. I go back up. It's a variation. It's a big variation. It makes a huge difference on how fast you can take this arm bar and how your hips go out. So it looks a lot the same, but see if you can figure out the difference. The foot's going to come off the hip. I'm not going to be pivoting on their hip anymore. It's just going to go beside. It's going to be like the drill, to be honest with you. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Couple and then switch. That was a slick one. I like that one. There we go. Get it in with the rocking chair, right? Sit up. Get your shoulders up so you can reach them, and then let your shoulders go back down. GV's cheating. He's doing the same side all the time. It's okay, GV. You're supposed to do your same side. If it's your attack, work your best side. Work your best side so it's so very good. If it's defense, work both. You get to control when you attack. You can't control how they attack you. There we go. There we are. We don't have to reach too far. Yeah, yes, there's many things from that position. That's right. You start to figure it out. If you think of something, throw something in. Something you might think of might be a guillotine from there if you get that far over. There we go. Nice. You might even be able to set up an omoplata. Good, Madeline. Almost there. Hey. Are any of those chats questions, Barb? No? Okay, cool. Keep going. One more minute, please. That's all. 52 little seconds. Do a couple switch. Sit up. That's it. Sit up. We don't have to go too, we don't have to go too far. The trick about it is the fact that I drop my hips and I sit up. My hips are up and then I drop and I sit up and I don't have to go too, right. There we go, Mark. That's it. Mr. Oakley, that's it. Exactly. Hips go up and the shoulders come up. We touch the head. Sometimes it's a little bit of a slap too, but we don't do that with people we like. There we go. Nice. 15 more seconds. Did you want to unmute everybody if you like, Barb? What's that?
Oh, hello.
Time. So we are actually unmuting everybody. We got like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left. So we're unmuting everybody. You guys are welcome to mute yourselves again if you want, but you can do it on your own accord. We're just going to go through some hip drills and we can chat a little bit. You guys can talk to each other, see what's going on if that's what you like. I'm going to get a little space, if I don't mind.
You can unmute it if you want.
All right. Oh, I'd like to thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to Owen for being here because he's got a lot going on right now. He's got a very busy social schedule. So why don't we sit like this?
Oh, you were unmuted.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. I know everyone's like kind of going a little crazy. Let's all sit like this if you can. Okay. Thanks. Sit like this. We take 30 seconds, a minute. Well, I'll be longer than 30 seconds. There we go. We take this back leg and we're just going to swing it around.
Yeah.
There we go. We got it. We'll take this one and we swing it around. There we go. That's it. From side to side. There we go. And now I'm going to put two hands on the ground and step all the way around. And then swing my legs. And two hands in front of me. Both of them. Both close. Close, like I'm going armbar on somebody. I put my weight on them. I put my legs out. And I step around. And then I go back here and I roll. So when I go out, this leg catches, and this leg continues through, all the way around. Give it a try. Bang. All the way around. Good. Both feet out, straight in front. Let's pull our pinky toes back toward us, so it's like we're standing on the ground. So don't let your toes roll in. Open them up. Go over top your toes if you can. If not, grab a hold of your shins. If not, grab a hold of your pants. But the main thing is that my back is hinging here forward. So I have a flat, straight back as opposed to this. This, I'm not stretching the same way. I'm nice and tall. Bang. There we go. Everyone good? Anybody get mat burn from their weird mats at home?
Yeah.
Nice, honest people. Some sore tailbones too, I'm sorry. We can keep it all on the feet if you guys prefer, but you know, then it becomes not as, I guess, not as
Fun.
familiar or comforting. I don't know, whatever you want to say. So I bring myself forward a little bit. Good, I'm gonna posture back up, open my leg. My left hand goes over my right leg. My right hand goes all the way behind me up on my fingertips and I rotate my shoulders. And exhale. As you turn your shoulders, not your neck, your shoulders. Your left hand's pulling on your right thigh, your right hand's behind you, and your spine, it's erect, it's tall. Back to center. We take our right hand, we go outside our left leg, our left hand goes behind us, up on our fingertips, not on your hands, and we rotate. We're trying to rotate the upper body while locking the hips, keep our lower back out of it. So don't let your legs start to move. We want the hips not to move. Good. Okay, that's class, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everyone being here.